On paper, Tanner Tessmann is a 6'2", 183-pound, 19-year-old center mid who was signed as a homegrown player by FC Dallas in February of 2020. His physique and gameplay aren't the only reasons he's turning heads, though. Here's why you should learn the name Tanner Tessmann.
Another teenager, 19-year-old Tanner Tessmann. Oh, what a finish that one.
Tessmann, originally from Alabama, joined FC Dallas's youth academy when he was 14 years old, where he grew into an athletic, physically imposing midfielder. He literally stands out among his peers. At 6'2", he uses his physical attributes to bully opposing midfielders, often finding ways to wedge them off the ball or out-lunge or leap them. But where he's really made his mark on the field, and what's led to his interest off the field, is through his impressively strong and accurate distribution. Tessmann complements his sizable frame with a deft touch, capable of tapping textured flicks to onrushing teammates, but more often than not, he'll unleash his kinetic potential, crushing lofted diagonal balls cross-field to darting wingers on the flanks. It's the latter capability that had recruiters turning their heads in 2019. Although originally from Alabama, Tessmann's family moved to Clemson, South Carolina, home of the perennial powerhouse college football team, Clemson Tigers. Tessmann's father works for Dabo Swinney, the Tigers' famously energetic head coach, within his charity organization, Dabo's All-In Team. Over the years, the Sweeneys and Tessmanns have become friendly, occasionally even vacationing with one another. When Tanner would head home to Clemson in his off-season, he would often be with his dad on campus and around the Clemson team. After watching the team practice, occasionally Tanner himself would go out on the field and practice taking field goals, showing off his elite ability to accurately crush dead balls. Dabo caught a glimpse after one practice and was impressed to see young Tessmann nailing 50-yard field goals with both his right and left foot. Recognizing the potential, Dabo recommended Tessmann attend a kicking camp to really test his mettle. Sure enough, Tessmann significantly outperformed other kids at the camp, so much so that he was offered a scholarship to play for the Clemson Tigers football and soccer teams once he graduated high school. Elated, Tessmann committed to Clemson, thus confirming yet another talented athlete to the ever-dominant Tigers program. This All-American move, however, was halted in February of 2020 when FC Dallas offered Tessmann a homegrown contract. Recognizing this was truly his passion, Tessmann signed the contract and a few days later took the field in FC Dallas's home opener against the Philadelphia Union. And sure enough, Tessmann showed his athleticism and neat footwork to help notch an assist in their 2-0 win over the Union.
His left foot, a shot, a goal! Oh, and he just sneaks it past Blake! Andrasic beat Blake with power earlier, but a finesse shot for the goal that's going to seal the opener for FC Dallas. Paxton Pomykal.
Second big season for Paxton Pomykal in the lineup. He's making it all happen by himself. Look at this. On the dribble, a little combination there. Gives a little shout to Zdeněk Andrasic, tells him to leave it, knows exactly what he wants to do.
First MLS debut, how did it feel out there?
I felt great. You know, those guys behind me, my teammates had my back. They gave me confidence. So for me, it was just a normal game, and the fans were great. They gave us energy, and we got the win, and that's what we wanted to do, and start the season strong. So now we look forward to next week.
On his podcast, Chum Chat, he laid out his soccer goals for what he hopes is a long career ahead.
My goal is kind of by the end of the year, maybe next year, is to try to become a main guy on the FC Dallas roster, you know, like the guy that is reliable, is always in the lineup. That's a big thing I want to do. That's just the next step, I feel like, short term. But every day, just going in, loving the grind. I'm usually the first guy there, last one to leave, so that's just how you got to live, mentality.
Tanner Tessmann is a name for the future, not just because he objectively is a talented player showing promise at an early age, but because he also represents a growing trend in American youth sports. He is yet another remarkable athlete who is turning away from the traditional American blockbuster sports like football, basketball, or baseball in favor of the beautiful game. With more and more of America's top athletes focusing their attention on soccer, dreams of potentially challenging for a World Cup suddenly don't seem to be unfathomable.